Hey everyone, Charles here from Charles Pet Kingdom. Today we're diving into the incredible world of frogs. From those little black dots in the water to the croaking wonders we see hopping around, get ready to witness the amazing transformation of a tadpole into a frog. Before we jump in, make sure you're subscribed to my other channel, The Dog Doc, for more fascinating animal adventures. Now let's get back to our slimy friends and discover the secrets of their incredible life cycle. Our story begins with a cluster of jelly-like eggs, often found floating on the surface of a pond or clinging to underwater plants. These aren't ordinary eggs, they hold the promise of new life. Each egg is like a tiny transparent capsule for the developing embryo. Inside, a tiny speck is already taking shape, drawing nourishment from the yolk. The number of eggs can vary greatly depending on the species of frog. That might seem like a lot, but not all of them will survive. The eggs are vulnerable to predators and changes in water conditions, but for now they rest, bathed in sunlight, awaiting the day they'll hatch. This first stage is crucial, setting the stage for the incredible transformation. After about a week or two, depending on the species and the water temperature, the eggs begin to change. The tiny specks inside have grown, and the eggs take on a more elongated shape. Soon the moment arrives. The tiny tadpoles, using a special tooth-like structure called an egg tooth, start to break free from their gelatinous prisons. At first, they're incredibly small and fragile, resembling tiny fish more than frogs. They don't venture far from their egg casings, clinging to the remnants or nearby plants. Their primary focus at this stage is to build up their strength. They feed on the remaining yolk from their eggs, a vital source of nutrients for these newly hatched creatures. As they gain strength, they'll soon be ready to venture out into the wider world of the pond, beginning their journey as independent beings. Now independent, the tadpoles begin to explore their watery world. They're equipped with gills, allowing them to breathe underwater, much like fish do. Their bodies are streamlined for swimming, with a long tail providing propulsion. They dart through the water, their dark bodies almost invisible against the muddy bottom of the pond. At this stage, they're primarily herbivores, feeding on algae and other plant matter they find in their environment. They graze on the surfaces of rocks and plants, their tiny mouths constantly working. As they eat and grow, their bodies begin to change. Their tails become longer and stronger, propelling them through the water with increasing agility. This is a time of rapid growth and development as the tadpoles prepare for the next stage of their transformation. Chapter 4. A transformation begins. Growing legs. The tadpole's life in the water is about to change dramatically. A remarkable transformation begins to take place, one that will allow them to leave the water and venture onto land. It starts subtly, with tiny bumps appearing on the tadpole's body, right where its hind legs will eventually grow. These bumps gradually elongate, becoming more defined as the days pass. Inside the tadpole's body, a complex process is underway. Cartilage is being replaced by bone, forming the skeletal structure of their legs. Muscles develop, allowing for movement and coordination. The tadpoles continue to swim and feed, but their world is changing. They're no longer just creatures of the water, they're on the cusp of becoming something entirely different. This transformation is a testament to the power of adaptation, a remarkable feat of nature that has allowed frogs to thrive in diverse environments for millions of years. Chapter 5. Almost there. The Froglet Stage. With their newly formed hind legs, the tadpoles, now called froglets, are ready for the next stage. They can now venture onto land, albeit clumsily at first. Their front legs have developed, though still tucked close to their bodies. Their tails shrink as their legs take over. Their diet changes too. They develop a taste for insects and other small invertebrates. Their mouths widen, and their tongues become longer and stickier. This is a vulnerable time for the froglets. They're not yet fully developed frogs, but no longer fully aquatic tadpoles. They must be wary of predators both in the water and on land. Their instincts guide them towards adulthood. Chapter 6. A new world awaits. The adult frog. Finally, the transformation is complete. The tadpole that once wriggled through the water has become a fully grown frog ready to embrace a life both in and out of the water. Their tails are completely gone, their bodies sleek and strong. Their skin, once smooth and slimy, may now be covered in bumps or ridges depending on the species. They're expert jumpers, their powerful hind legs propelling them through the air with ease. They're also adept swimmers, their webbed feet allowing them to navigate their watery homes with grace. Adult frogs play a crucial role in their ecosystems. They help to control insect populations and they serve as prey for larger animals, contributing to the delicate balance of nature. And so the cycle begins anew. As adult frogs, they'll seek out mates, lay their own eggs, and ensure the continuation of their species, carrying on the legacy of the tadpole that once was. And there you have it, the incredible journey of a tadpole transforming into a frog. It's a story of adaptation, survival, and the wonders of the natural world. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the life of a frog, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more amazing animal content. And remember to check out my other channel, The Dog Doc, for all things canine. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of the animal kingdom.